From the dawn of time, we have been told to eat our fruit and vegetables, and me and my brother here have taken it to an extreme. Today, I'm joined with my brother to do a fruit and vegetable tier list. Don't go follow him on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or any of those things because he has none of those things. We got a lot of fruits and vegetables to deal with today, so we're going to dive right into it. So we're starting things off strong with the watermelon. I once watched a hippopotamus eat one of these.
Same.
It was a life-changing experience.
Mm-hmm.
As far as flavor goes, though, I think it's got a good flavor. It's refreshing, and it's overrated, but I think it's a solid A tier. What do you think?
You're gonna make a lot of people mad with that one.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna get upset, but it's not as good as it's made out to be. Okay, as you guys have probably noticed, I got some fruits and vegetables up here. That's because the tier list I'm using doesn't allow me to delete the things I don't want, so I just have to put them in a different area because those aren't part of the tier list, so I just had to set them aside. So second, we got the kiwi. Shout out to all you New Zealanders watching the channel. I think as far as flavor goes, I think it's a bit better than the watermelon, but
I don't think it's a whole tier better.
it's not a whole tier better, but we'll just put it right next to the watermelon just because these are both solid. I should have told you before we actually started doing this list, the way we're judging these fruits is by their flavor, availability, shelf life, and fruitness of the fruit. Third is the apple.
Apple.
Yeah, there's a couple apples on this list, so we're just going to keep them all as one group since all apples kind of taste the same for the most part, except for Granny Smith. I think we can place that a tier lower. But I think apples, like, I'm thinking A plus, right?
Yeah.
Fourth is the Almighty Peach. Yeah, so I think this is a A plus without any question. I mean, yes, the shelf life is questionable. They are kind of hit or miss if they're out of season.
Yeah, but they got the fruitness of the fruit.
They do have the fruitness of the fruit, though. I think this is A plus for sure, even with some of those drawbacks considered. Fifth, we have the pumpkin. I think this thing is an absolute failure of a vegetable in just about every way. I mean, you can't really eat it. Like, sure, you can eat the seeds out of it, and they're honestly alright, but, like, they're just so seasonal and not applicable, so I think for that they get an easy F tier.
Yeah, another thing is that season passed just recently.
Right.
So we can't even give it seasonal points.
So sixth, we have the strawberries, and I honestly think these are talked about way too much. They're too seasonal, and when you don't get them good, then they're not very good at all.
They're good when they're good.
They're good when they're good, but not always. So I think the strawberry is easily an A next to the kiwi and pineapple.
Does it really deserve to be next to the kiwi and the pineapple?
I think so.
It's not up there. It's not up there. But like, I think a good kiwi and a good strawberry is like a whole different playing field.
That's true.
Put it B plus.
The banana. Yeah, I think this is easily A plus for me. Like, there are a few ways that a banana does not satisfy me. Next up, we have the asparagus. I think that it has potential, like, as a side dish for a high quality cut of meat like salmon or steak or something like that. It can be really good if cooked correctly and served correctly and whatever. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think B, just because of its lack of versatility. Next up, we have the avocado. I think this is a A for avocado.
Yep.
Next up, we got some mushrooms. I've never really been a fan. Not good by themselves. Can make some good things out of them, I suppose, but I think it goes next to the pumpkin. Now we have a pear. It's kind of like an apple, except a softer texture that, in my opinion, is, like, not as favorable. So it's like an apple in terms of flavor, but it kind of, I guess, kind of gross in texture, I suppose.
I kind of like pears more than apples.
You think so?
I really like pears.
I say we can go for A tier on this.
I think they're also a lot
I'm
sweeter.
fine with that. Alright, so we got, this appears to be aroma tomato. I think it's going to go in the tomato tier below F. So black olives, I think lack of versatility. If I'm ever going to sit down and eat olives, it's going to be a green olive. But what do you think?
I mean, if I'm ever gonna sit down and eat olives, it's just black olives every single time. Like when we have Mexican night, and there's a bunch of leftover olives, I'll just eat the whole rest of the can. So in my opinion, they're A plus, but I know Oscar's not gonna settle for that, so A.
I think we're going to split the difference at B plus.
Okay.
Alright, so next, this appears to be a plum. I've never really had a plum. Although, actually, wait, yes, I have. They're good. Yeah, they're good. I'm going to say A. Actually, B. B, because I have a lack of experience with pears. Or plums, I mean. So now we got blackberries. I think these are similar to strawberries, as in, like, they can be hit or miss, depending on what time you get them, where you get them from, all of the above. But when they're good, they're good.
Yeah. I like blackberries. A.
Yeah, we can do A. Next, we got blueberries. Very similar to the strawberry and blackberry, hit or miss. I think all berries are like that, really, for the most part. I think when they're good, like I said. Yeah, we'll do A again.
Mm-hmm.
So next up, we got this pear. I think we're just going to put it next to the other pear, because I don't know my pears.
That's a pair of pears right there.
It is a pair of pears.
Right.
Alright, so broccoli, I think it's an automatic C.
I think an automatic B for broccoli.
Okay, fair enough. Brussels sprouts, this is a D in my opinion. Like, I know you're probably gonna disagree, but like, they're not good. Like, sure, they can be made decent, but like, no matter how you prepare them or serve them, they're never, like, preferable in my opinion, so I say D.
I mean, I don't disagree that much, so yeah, we can go D.
Okay. The squash, I'm tempted to put this next to the pumpkin.
Go ahead. It's not a vegetable.
Okay. Iceberg lettuce. It's the salad green for people who don't like salads. I don't know. It's good.
Just salad.
I honestly prefer like romaine lettuce or something that has a bit more of that earthy flavor. I think this is a B. Cantaloupe, easy A tier in my opinion. I almost want to go A plus just because it has a nostalgia factor to me. I used to eat this with my grandparents, and I still do, I guess. But yeah, I think A plus or A.
Yeah, that's good.
So carrot. I just say A just because it's sweet, it's crunchy, it is versatile, and it's my favorite color. So next up we got cauliflower. I think it's better than broccoli, but not that much better. So we'll put it in B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Mushroom. It's another kind of mushroom. We'll just put it next to the other mushroom. I mean, to me, there's no good application for a mushroom. You can always do without them. So now we got cherries. If we're talking about maraschino cherries, those can go to F, but these are like good cherries. I remember we would visit Michigan, and we would buy some cherries there because that's where they're grown, and they're good. But they can be acidic and give you heartburn and stuff. And I don't usually get heartburn from stuff, but one of the few things that's given me heartburn is cherry. Great flavor, but you can't eat a lot of them because of the pits and the heartburn. So I say A because of those drawbacks.
Alright, that works.
Pear, go next to the other pears. Now we have 3 pears. These appear to be cranberries. I remember it's about Thanksgiving right now, and we just got done eating some cranberry sauce. And I remember this year was actually the first time I tried cranberry sauce, believe it or not. And it was somehow even worse than I thought it would be.
No. You're going on cranberry sauce. 'Tis the season.
'Tis the season. Yes, because of Sprite cranberry and cranberry juice and stuff like that. I think C is good enough. C for cranberry. Now we got cucumber. I love these personally. They're easy, refreshing, hydrating even. I honestly think this can go in A tier, A plus tier. What do you think?
Yeah, I like a good cucumber.
Yeah. White carrot. It's like the orange carrot, but white. I think this will go next to the other carrot. Yeah, because they're pretty much the same thing, except the white one's a bit sweeter.
I mean, it's a carrot.
It is.
Peas, love peas. I mean, for me, this could get A tier. Maybe not quite A plus, but I like peas.
See, I don't have a whole lot of experience with them. Every time I have peas, they're kind of just mid. I say B plus. Eggplant. Only time I've ever had this is I think I had a bite of his eggplant parm once.
It was good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that they went from eggplant parm to chicken parm. But like, I think, I don't know. I don't have enough experience with it. What do you think?
The eggplant parm was actually super good. So, like, A.
So now we got these small gold potatoes. I don't know what they're officially called, but pretty much any potato is a friend of mine except for sweet potatoes. But yeah, I think this can be an easy A tier, A plus tier for me.
Yep.
So I believe this is some kind of tomato. So we're just gonna.
No, it's not any kind of tomato. It's the best tomato I've ever had.
So it is a tomato, though, right?
It's a tomato, but it doesn't belong with any ordinary tomato. No, stop.
Dude, it's in a category of its own.
Well, yeah, but it's so much better than just. Can we have a tomato list? Because this would be at the top. Move it in front.
Like and subscribe if you want to see a tomato tier list.
Yo.
So next we got the Granny Smith apple. Obviously not as good as a normal red apple. It'll go under. It'll go in A tier underneath it because they're still good, but like yeah, and the tartness can be good for like salads and whatever. Tomato. Next we have the grapefruit.
We actually have a few of these in the kitchen.
Yeah, we do actually.
And before I ever had grapefruit before this, it's not as good as I thought it would be because there's not that much fruit there. It's like seeds and like little stringy things and skin.
That's kind of true. You were also eating it wrong though. You're supposed to cut it in half and eat it with a spoon, I believe, or at least that's what it.
That's not how you eat grapefruit.
Whatever. No matter how you eat it, it's the flavor we're talking about.
The flavor is good.
Yeah, flavor is good. I think some people don't like the tartness. But yeah, I've had grapefruit juice before, and it kind of actually tastes like coffee in some strange way.
That's weird.
But yeah, I think easy. I vote A plus tier just because I love all citrus fruits, and this one especially really gets me going. I think A plus.
Yeah.
These appear to be plantains. It's like a banana, but like less intense, and
it doesn't satisfy me as much.
yeah, I mean, there's a reason you don't usually eat them very often. It's because they're just not as good. I think A tier though. These appear to be green beans. If you cook them correctly, serve them correctly, and treat them as a side dish, as opposed to a vegetable, then they can be pretty good. But they also have their limitations, like they only go with certain foods.
I know you're not about to put this next to the watermelon, the kiwi.
We'll put it a step above.
Actually?
No. I don't know.
Well, I guess A,
I think solid A tier just because you can make so many good sides out of it. It does have its limitations, but like when you think about what it actually is, then it's pretty good. Green bell pepper, it's the least favorite of the bell peppers, but it's honestly my favorite because I like that earthy, mature flavor it has, whereas with other bell peppers they're just like sweet and tangy, whereas this one it really speaks to you.
I kind of agree with that. So
I think B plus.
B plus, yeah.
This is celery. It's like crunchy water with hair.
But I like it.
But it's good. It's kind of like got that same refreshing element as a cucumber, but it's not as good in my opinion. Just because the texture is like, I don't hate the texture.
Like,
I mean, crunchy is a good attribute for a vegetable,
but
it's the stringy stuff inside of it. If you've ever eaten celery, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But like, you can put it with some peanut butter, with some ranch, and it's good. So like,
B.
yeah, okay.
Tomato. So honeydew. It's good. It's a fruit. Yeah. Like, what else is there to say about
Yeah, I
it,
can't really argue with that.
I think it's mid, but like in a good way, so B plus. This appears to be another kind of lettuce, it's like more leafier than the iceberg. I'll put it next to the iceberg because it's lettuce. Like, it can only be so applicable and get so good. This, I believe, is bergamot. I'm not sure about that though. I know that I've had this before. I remember that it's super sweet and then super sour. And you eat it like they're super small. They're like the size of a grape, and you eat it like peel and all. And I really liked it. But they're not very accessible. I don't even know for sure what they are. I think it's bergamot. But that one experience I had was very pleasant. I'm gonna say B tier just because of the mystery behind it. Lemon.
Just put it at A plus. There's really not much.
Yeah, not much to say. I mean, you can't really go wrong with lemon. I mean, I know me personally. Sometimes when I'm out on a bike ride, I'll just stop at the nearest grocery store, buy a single lemon, and just eat it. And the exact same thing goes for limes. Lemons and limes both. I just can't get enough. Clementine, orange. I honestly think all citrus goes to A plus tier. It's honestly just everything you want in a fruit, in my opinion. Clementines, they're kind of like hit and miss though, like with the berries. Because sometimes you have one and it's just not good at all, and then another time you'll have one and it's just the best thing you've ever had. I think A tier just because they're not always good, and then also you buy them in such huge quantities, a few of them are bound to go bad. A tier. Mango, A plus all the way. So now we have the white onion. This is, I think, I mean, it's kind of like you never just eat an onion by itself, but it can be used in cooking to make many different things and complement many different flavors. But I think A just because of its versatility, but not A plus because I mean it's an onion. You can't eat it on its own, and there is definitely such thing as too much onion. So A tier. Orange bell pepper. Yeah. If the green bell pepper is in B plus, I think this is in B.
Okay.
Orange.
Don't even talk. Just put it in
just
A.
put it in A. Like if you don't like oranges, get out. This appears to be another kind of carrot that is like kind of in between the two, maybe a hybrid species. I think it just goes in between the two. Another peach. We'll put it next to the other peach here, in A plus tier. Now we got more peas.
Those peas are better than the other peas, so I say A plus. Like.
The other peas are in B tier, so we can put these in A.
Oh, okay.
This, I think, is a tomato. Not sure, but if it's a tomato, then it can go in the tomato tier, below F tier. Pineapple, I think A tier. I know this is gonna trigger a lot of you, but I actually like pineapple on pizza. I know it's not authentic. Like, I'm part Italian, yes, I know it's not authentic.
Since
but
when? I didn't know you liked pineapple on pizza.
Well, there's a lot you don't know about me, Marshall.
I think this is my cue to leave.
Yeah, so he disagrees, obviously. Well, let's talk about it as a fruit.
Okay.
So, what isn't to like about a pineapple?
Exactly.
It can be hit or miss, but I think overall A plus tier.
It can be hit or miss, but it can't be on pizza.
Agree to disagree on that one. Next we got pomegranates. I know a lot of people feel very strongly about this. I don't have much experience with pomegranate though. I know I've had pomegranate juice, which is good. But I just don't have a lot of experience with it. I think because of that meme though, it gets an A plus tier. Blue potato. It's like a potato, but it's blue. I would put this next to the other potato because they taste like pretty much exactly the same, but it freaks me out in a way. Like I look at it and I think to myself, ugh. So I think that's gonna be A tier below, just one tier below the other potato.
Oh, that's a raspberry.
Yeah. Raspberries are good. They're hit or miss. Just like I think that's what we're deciding is a theme for all of these berries. You have to pick them right. You have to pick them well. I think raspberries are better than blackberries, though. Maybe not a whole tier, but like
No, I go A plus with raspberries.
I think A plus just because you can like
so
raspberries are good. They're just they go hard.
It's looking like we got 2 pairs of pears.
Yep, 2 pairs. Wait, a pair of pairs of pears.
Red pepper.
How about it goes next to the orange pepper and
Sure.
B tier? Cabbage. C for cabbage.
I don't think that's cabbage, but let's put it there.
Grapes. Ooh.
That's A plus. What are you even thinking about?
Yeah, but like
It's
sometimes
not-
you get a bunch of grapes, right? And some of the grapes are really good, some of them are really bad. Yeah, it kind of just depends on on when you get them. Like they're like berries in that way, except I don't think grapes classify as berries. I may be wrong though. So I think despite some of the limitations, it has A plus. Romaine lettuce. It's like it's better than iceberg and whatever this other leafy stuff is. Maybe that's like I don't know my lettuces, people. So I'm just gonna put this next to the other
Wait,
lettuces.
that's romaine lettuce.
It is.
That's kale.
No, kale is like. This is kale.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So now we have the red onion or onion. I think exact same story as the white onion, but here it's red and usually has I like the flavor a bit more. It's a bit more vibrant, a bit more in your face.
It has layers.
It has layers, obviously. I think it's gonna go on the same tier as A, right next to the white onion.
And the kiwi.
Okay, so now we got red skin potato. It's like potato, but a step above potato. If there was a tier above A plus, then I'd put it there. This appears to be either a radish or a beet. I think it's a radish actually, because beets are like longer, right? Yeah, and beets are darker too. So yeah, this is. I haven't had a lot of experiences with radish, but I think it's like kind of dry.
I think they're like super crispy, or like crisp.
Yeah, we'll put it C for crisp.
Like
Romaine lettuce.
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 Let's just put this in B tier.
I agree.
Just a standard Idaho potato.
Oh yeah.
Not much to say.
This is like kind of like the smaller side potatoes, but like you eat it on its own. I love it. Mushrooms, like I said, I just can't get on board with mushrooms. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be upset about that, but like, there's no time that I'm eating food and I'm just like, dang, this could use some mushrooms.
Yep.
This is, this is spinach. Spinach.
Spinach.
You eat spinach, you get strong. I'm actually putting this in B. Starfruit, exotic, good, tasty. It's kind of like an apple.
It's kind of bitter.
Bitter in a way, and it's also not very accessible.
Yeah, but it's so unique.
It is unique. I say A tier just with the limitations.
Okay. Bamboo.
Dude, that is freaking bamboo. That's not like...
That
That doesn't just like look like bamboo. That's just bamboo.
I mean, just put that in A plus.
So I don't know why bamboo is on this list. I mean, I've looked this over, and this very clearly looks like bamboo. I mean, I ain't no panda, but like
It's so cool.
I don't know, man. I'll just put this in the deleted tier.
No, but like one of my favorite childhood memories is like walking around a forest and like these little bamboo things and just whipping each other with it.
Yeah, I remember we used to have this park where we used to live,
Yeah.
and there was a bamboo garden there. Good times, lots of welts
Exactly.
and painful,
So can we
painful
please just put
memories.
that A+.
Yeah, we'll put it in A+, why
You
not?
can't not acknowledge the bamboo.
This appears to be either a yam or sweet potato, which is pretty much the same thing. F tier,
No one likes it.
just for obvious reasons.
Not much-
Like, if you have to make a casserole with marshmallows to cover up the taste of this, doesn't that say something about the vegetable?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. No matter how much brown sugar or marshmallows you put on it, it's still gonna suck.
That is right. So now we got this other kind of orange. I'll put it with the other oranges. Mandarin orange. Oh wait, wrong tier.
Grape.
White grape. We'll put it next to the other.
Where are you going? Stop going
Grape.
up there.
I'm going too high. We're gonna put this in F tier with the other mushrooms. Cry about it.
Speaking of crying, is that an onion?
So this is the white onion, and this here is the yellow onion. So I've gotten my onions mixed up. They're all going in the same place though, solid A tier. And then we have yellow pepper. B tier with the other bell peppers. And then lastly,
Ow.
we have zucchini. And I think that zucchini can be fun. It can be exciting. It can be
It's very
grilled.
versatile.
Yeah, like it's got potential. I remember we had cookouts at our old house, and we had the grill out, and we grilled zucchini. It
That
was classic, yeah. It's got a nostalgia factor, but again, we don't really have it too much, and it isn't like super great. I say B tier, B plus tier.
That about wraps it up for the produce tier list. If you'd like to see more, make sure to hit that bell and give us ideas in the comments down below.
That wraps it up, though. Thanks for clicking on this video. Hope you'll click on the next one. God bless. Talk to you later.